So there's some feedback behind me. I don't really care because it's overcast. Let me see if I turn this way. Right there. That silly little, that thing right there. Mad noise out here on purpose. Hold on. So they were supposed to enter judgment, like I posted, on yesterday. But instead, I got served with a fake case. Again, threatening to give me another 12 months out in the street. Why is this case fake? And I'm repeating myself. This case is fake because it was the statement of a case that was dismissed, double jeopardy. It was this double jeopardy case that was dismissed, but they took a witness statement and they filed it into another case number. That's how they pad on their budget at the end of the year. And they're dragging me, giving me an extra 12 months, and I think that it's connected. I threatened them for doxing, connected to my post a few posts ago that have to do with a throwback picture of mine. Because all of this before and after is right on this site and the other social sites. So that's doxing. We're going to give her another 12 months because we heard that she might be still looking semi-decent, because the CBSers, this is where this case begins. They're the ones behind, perhaps, who paid to have this job done. All I could do is enter them as certified interested parties, but what I already have is substantial enough, and they are not following an entry of judgment even though they're in breach, because they're all talk to each other. It's obvious that they're not moving. This is a deadlock situation that happened through social media to Susie, naturally, of course. Why Susie? Why all the time? They disrespect my father for no reason. We don't owe nobody nothing. He retired. I'm home fired. It's just not enough because social media is doing something else. It's promoting my youth, which I'm gonna brag. I'm genetically gifted. This is what God gave me. Wow, you don't really look your age, all that. How many kids you got there? It ain't gonna stop because that's my life. And I'm not gonna get tattoos all over myself to make people feel better. This is what this state attorney, whose office defies that order, keeps me out here for too. Oh, that's such an assumption. Okay, so tell me why you would defy an order that says this girl has been released to go since 2020. Why are you holding her out in the street? They all know the answer. That's why I'm still out here. There's only one bottom line. It started here, and it's because you look kind of young. But at the same time, even worse, you caught the government with their pants down. And they try to teach me a lesson through my daughter. And that's not going to work. I already told you that I intercepted that really well. And my little grandboy, he looks like me. Woo! He was not supposed to look like me, wasn't he? So that's there. And so that's where it's at. I'm not lying to anybody. I'm not posting information that's not true. I want to confirm, unfortunately, your gut that this is because this is a deadlock job. Susie got jumped by mega donors and United States officials. That's why it hasn't moved anywhere. But if my skin was black, everybody knows I would have got paid out, me and my kiddo, a long time ago. So I don't have any political worth, right? In order to, this case is bad. This case is bad. I won't regain election or something like that again. We get it. But me and my father hired a private lawyer because we already knew how scandalous you were when you threw me in that jail in the first place. They didn't care. She got everything knocked out. And then they were like, oh, whoa, that's little Rodriguez. No. She stays out in the street, get those witness statements and turn them into case numbers. Imagine that. Filing the statements of a case dismissed into case numbers so that you have a big budget at the end of the year, and you don't even care, and they don't even care what you guys think. Anybody watching this video. But the case was dismissed, right? Is what the elementary is. But the case was dismissed. The case was dismissed. It was double jeopardized. There was a high court federal order that said, don't touch this girl again. And these cops were like, who does this little family think that they are? Hardworking New Yorkers. That's all. No political games. This would happen to, God forbid, a black female. Oh, Crump. They got Crump. They got lawyers already. They would have had Crump. They would have been all over the TV, all that. But instead, they don't care that you guys think to be shocked about, forget about that it's Susie, but you're dragging somebody on a case dismissed. I don't comprehend that. I don't. I never understood that in my life. I always thought that judges were like highly respectable people, to be feared. Now it turns out that the fear is a frivolous joke on establishment. So instead of docketing the entry of judgment, what they did was they served me another threat of being out here for another 12 months. Forget about doxing. If you go to the Palm Beach County Clerk and you can see the case, you can't see the case. All of the dockets are missing because they're staging a false narrative. All of the dockets are missing. All you see is the comments of the categories. So you're like, but why is it missing? I don't know. He's an adult. Why is this a private case? And besides, he never officially filed for a case. This case was dismissed because he has a job, so he doesn't qualify for indigent status. You're doing him a favor. You're doing yourself a favor because you set him up into trashing his kid and her graduation. That's the true story. Pam Bondi knows. She's responsible for framing the dad into the lifelong harm they did to my baby. She's so lucky to be alive. That gross, disgusting violation. So that's what it is. I'm not lying. Instead of putting entry of judgment, they served me with, you got a hearing on August 21st, which I rejected too. I'll get you up to speed later. And there might be another 12 months. I guess it's contingent upon the way that I look, perform. But here, this is unprecedented. Just like holding somebody in a case dismissal, because I don't know of any others. That it starts here in a social media platform, they failed to include it into what they've been doing with DCF programs, Child Protective Services, how they control the population, and especially decide on pale-skinned children, right? That's what you did to my kid. You said, I like the way she looks, and you sized her up with a fucking criminal for graduation. Isn't that right? Because he damn sure is. He damn sure is. So I'll keep you updated. But yes, your gut suspicion is correct. They're deadlocked. They don't want to respond. The hostage case of, we're going to give you another 12 months if you don't stop your shit, is just that. It's just, please drop those charges. Aren't going away. Those charges aren't going away. You will, whoever is responsible will come forward. That's Francis, Zuckerman, and Bell. Those are 3 female judges. One is black, the other 2 are white. Catholic and Jew, that's not the point. The point is you disrespected me on media, recorded media, and you performed the crime so that someone can get off. Who did you give those DVDs to? Who did you give the DVDs to that said, you're going to get false imprisonment and blocking? Woo! Who'd you sell that DVD to? Or who'd you give it to for free saying, look, I did my job, and then they got off. Look at how they just treated Susie. Right? That's why the three of them need to pay. They need to be held accountable because they disrespected a black cape, and they disrespected it inside of a courtroom. And I won't stop until you are held accountable. I just gave their names. I'm not playing games. Bye, guys.